This is Face the State for Sunday, May 25th. Hopefully you're enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. And was it the pressure of that holiday that pushed Republicans into action on what they're calling the big, beautiful bill? Our political insiders are digging into the details and something they don't think you're seeing in that thing yet. And they're off. That's what they say at the horse races, but that's also what the Breeders' Association is saying about the money. It is off right now, and they want to get it back to where it should be. We're talking about those efforts. And after winning 9 elections in a row, why won't a Republican leader from York County stay for one more term? You will find out if you stay around. For Face the State right now.
CBS21 News presents Face the State with Joel D. Smith, a look at the issues and politics that shape Pennsylvania.
Welcome back, everybody. This week is one of the biggest horse racing events in all of Pennsylvania. It is the Penn Mile at Penn National. And today we're talking to the now former president of the PA Horse Breeders Association. Term just ended last week, but he knows what's going on. This is Greg Newell. Good to have you on the show.
It's a real pleasure. Thanks for having me here, Joel. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about horses, and we're going to start with, we'll get to legislation in just a second, but let's talk about the big event coming up.
So as you referenced, the Preakness just ended, and now's a chance for a big moment here in Pennsylvania, in particular Penn National. This Friday, we will have the Penn Mile, which is a Grade 3 race, and it brings the top grass horses, 3-year-old grass horses here. The best trainers and the best jockeys, Flavian Pratt, Respoli, and Frankie Dettori, who last year he won 2 races right at the nose.
Yeah.
He's known for his flying dismount, which is great.
Yes, and these are, I mean, big names, big breeders. These are some of the big names that people are, they're used to the Preakness or the Derby. Like, these are some of the familiar names.
And they all come in here for this one chance, and it's packed with stakes races that are going on, and particular Pennsylvania bred races as well. Yeah. So it's really a fun time. It's a great family night.
There's some big money out there for these.
Serious $300,000 for the Penn Mile race and so forth. So, yeah, it's a big opportunity to showcase racing in Pennsylvania.
When we're talking money, is some of that purse money, does that come from the casino money and everything else? Is it all part of the same pot?
Yes, it is. So back in 2004, and it was right after Smarty Jones, and he played a key role in that, in his path, was they passed the Pennsylvania Racehorse Development and Gaming Act. And that brought casinos into Pennsylvania. And recognizing the impact of that, they said to the horse racing industry, we're going to take money from the slots, which is not taxpayer dollars, and that's going to support purses and the breeding program.
Did it actually happen?
It did, and it was phenomenal. It was a tremendous success. I want to thank the legislators who were involved at the time, because the goal was to help create jobs, to save open space, and to grow the agricultural, because the equine industry plays a crucial role in the agricultural industry in Pennsylvania.
Right. So that worked, but over time, you know, things change. And as much as that was bringing in something new, that something new doesn't feel new anymore. And now the next new thing is, you know, people doing a little more of their betting here and not actually going out to there. And is it restricted that way? Like the money that comes from here is different, and so it can't be funneled in the same way it was?
So for the racing fund, the only money that we get is through the slots at the casinos. Okay. And as you're alluding to, while I may go to the casino, my children are particularly interested, they'd be happy to use it on the phone. And so online gaming has actually surpassed all other slot revenue. Yeah. And so it's really had a serious impact. And the thing was, when they passed it, there are 23,000 jobs, $1.6 billion in income that comes in through the state for the industry, and as well 1.3 million acres of open space. Well, online gaming doesn't provide any money into that stuff. It just leaves probably at least out of the state and probably out of the country. And so our goal is to update that gaming act. So
basically get your slice of whatever they decide it would be. Have you worked out the numbers? Like, how much would it need to be to make up the difference if we're talking about the revenue coming in from online?
Sure. The revenue has dropped about 33%, which has had a dramatic impact, really cut the number of races and the purses and so forth, and it had a significant impact on our breeding program. Okay. And so our goal is to try to get it back closer to where it was 5 years ago, which takes it, we're not going to go all the way back to 33%, but we're asking for something that gets closer to the number that it originally was. And our idea is to look at the online gaming as slots. They're no different than at the casino. And so getting a slice of that is what we're asking the legislators to consider.
Okay, so would that include the sports betting on your phones and all that kind of stuff too?
No, we're sticking strictly to the slots. We're trying to be fair and understanding of the situation.
It is different, yeah. Well, let's get to some of the pushback. I mean, there's always been some pushback that some people don't like horse racing. They don't think the horses are treated well. They see incidents at other places and horses getting injured, and some extreme examples, horses dying, and they say, okay, we don't need to put any more money towards this because I just don't like horse racing as a whole. Is that something you guys have to cut through?
So we do. There's always that challenge. We at the horse breeders, especially on the thoroughbred side, take pride. We have given over $500,000 to Penn Vet for research and studies both on the injury side and on the production side of things. And that has made significant strides. We were the seed money for what is now gone nationally and internationally. There's a study going on that's really attacking that issue head on. And the numbers dramatically dropped in the last couple of years. So we take great pride in that issue.
That's good to hear. So where are we now? Is there a bill yet for this, or you guys are still working towards that?
So legislation is being evaluated and considered. In the midst of all this, I talk about online gaming. There's also the games of skill, which is a big political football up there in Harrisburg, because those skill games, as they call them, are popping up everywhere. There's literally
not as regulated yet either.
Right. Yeah. And so in the process of evaluating how to regulate them and to generate revenue for the state, they're opening up the Gaming Act. And as they open up the Gaming Act, we're asking them to help update what happened in 2004 to just bring it into 2025 and beyond.
Yeah, don't forget about us, is what you're pretty much saying.
That's exactly right. And just a reminder, none of this is taxpayer dollars. We've tried to make it very clear. And we're not asking for dollars from the other forms of gaming. We're trying to strictly say a slot's a slot.
A slot's a slot. Okay. Looking forward to Friday. Tell us what your favorite thing is about racing, and you only have 30 seconds. Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I love standing in the rail in the morning, watching the horses train, and hear the jockey banner. And so they should do a reality TV show, because it's so funny.
Yeah.
Between riders getting dropped and they're barking back and forth at each other. Oh, it's just, and hear the sound of the horses, because you could have 40 or 50 horses at a track going by. It's phenomenal.
And when you're on the rail, when they're coming down the end, you just hear the sound of the hooves just like pounding in there, and the excitement of people screaming and yelling because they're about to win or lose money. That's entertaining too. You can just kind of watch people sometimes and have a good time at these things.
Well, I've been told I've actually run over somebody at Penn National because I cheered my horse home and I was running down the street.
And you were running right down like you were?
I'm that guy.
And you probably whipped a couple friends too, keeping them moving.
They hear me candidly on the broadcast. You can hear me.
Oh my gosh.
The poor announcer has to talk over me.
All right. Well, hey, we'll see what happens with this, but thanks for bringing it to our attention.
Thank you very much.
All right. And then Penn Miles this Friday, everybody. Don't forget.